Good morning, it's Todd again with Harbor Roofing. I'm up on this roof in Wesley Chapel doing a roof estimate, well, roof inspection, and just kind of seeing some of the ways that we can not just replace this roof, but what we can do to maximize this roof's potential. And I make videos like this at least once a week, but here we go again. Look at this, all the opportunity for ridge vent all the way across here, just completely ignored. All they did, the original roof was probably the builders, installed these 770 Lamanco slant back or off ridge vents, and the air coming in the soffit and traveling up is in all this dead airspace. There is no airflow there. You only get a little bit of ventilation here, and there. What the first thing I would do, probably the biggest improvement I would make on this roof that would decrease the electric bill and lower the heat in the attic, which would save your plywood from delaminating and increase the life of your shingles. And all we have to do, it doesn't even cost that much more, is just install some ridge vent. And we'll do shingle over ridge vent all the way across this ridge, and that way the air intakes at the soffit travels in between the rafters all the way up, and then exhaust out of the ridge. Okay, another thing I would have done, they would have been factory painted. You can see the boots there. That's a lead boot. We'll do a bullet boot. And we're not going to install these mill finish goosenecks. We are going to install factory painted. Another major issue that I'm seeing in this neighborhood, it is not required, believe it or not, it is not required by code to install metal in your valleys. And as you can see here, that metal, there's a peel and stick here, but there is no metal, and it's actually rotting, as you can see there. See that? And the shingle is just breaking apart just from, all the UV rays of the sun over the years. And especially when you have that valley running off, let's say like near the actual perimeter, this is running off onto a slope, but it just doesn't look nice. And eventually when this shingle wears out, which they do all the time, if this was on a perimeter, that water is going to be running. There is going to be no overhang to let that water run off. It's actually just going to run right down onto the fascia board and probably even wick up behind it under the shingles and rot that wood and leak. So that's just a couple things on this roof that we would improve. So whenever we come out, look at a roof, we're not just coming out here to install shingles. I'm not sending you out a satellite estimate. I'm getting up on your roof, and I'm looking at ways that I can absolutely maximize your roof's potential. We are installing the absolute best materials that are available on the market. And I'm not just talking about your shingles. I'm not talking about GAF or Owens Corning. I'm talking about your vents. I'm talking about your underlayment. I'm talking about your nails. I'm talking about your ventilation. We make sure that we can maximize your roof's potential and provide you with the absolute best roof available on the market. And we're just talking about material. I'm not just talking about materials. What's as important, if not more important, is the installation. My guys are W-2 employees that have been working with me and my family for more than a decade. My crew is a team that's been together for a long time. There's social cohesion. We know what we're doing. We roof every single day. I'm not picking some guys up at Home Depot and dropping them off at the job and getting cheap labor and low prices that way. I'm still going to give you a low price, but I'm doing things the right way. If you want your roof done the right way, give me a call. My name is Todd. I'm the owner of Harbor Roofing. I'll come out and personally look at your roof myself. My number is 813-727-0427.